This time on That Bus Show.
Okay, so the reason I asked y'all back here is, we got this new bus, Smokey, and I thought I'd let you guys help me with some colors, since y'all, and then
You wasn't afraid of that being too dark?
I think that's actually perfect.
Okay.
And then this would be the seating, and then you could take this. Is it just me? Or did that seem weird?
He comes out and he's just as serious as a heart attack. Man, he said the investors, they pulled the buses. We're done.
Okay, so the reason I asked y'all back here is, we got this new bus, Smokey, and I thought I'd let you guys help me with some colors.
That'd be awesome.
And whatever. So I think I want to do this for the walls. So I'm just going to give you kind of a little bit of stuff to go with. I've just picked a few things, but you guys kind of look and see what you're thinking. What do you think?
So all of this is ideas for right now. You haven't
Yeah.
anything?
No. Just kind of a place to start. So what here's some flooring I thought would.
I like that one.
No, that don't work.
It does look really good, the one you had first with the lemon.
Right, yeah.
This one?
Right.
To have that kind of washed look.
No, I don't think that looks as good as this. I think this looks better.
Okay.
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah, that doesn't look bad. I
Yeah.
can live with that.
What else did you have? Did you have another four color?
I got,
Why would you do that? That's
You'd be amazing how we put that in a few coaches, how it pulls that bluish gray.
you'd be amazed how we're not going to use that.
But there was a specific reason that you brought us back here.
Well, I thought maybe y'all might have some good input.
Do we have this on a bus already on the walls?
No.
On another bus?
Yes, we did.
On Cobalt?
Yes, but this is a cobalt. This is smoky.
Right.
What do y'all think about? Something for accent colors and stuff.
Are you thinking more along the lines of blue, or you want something gray?
That's too light. I'm trying to stay beachy. Okay, so
What's one more back, just out of curiosity?
that's too blue or something.
But we've got a bluish gray thing
Oh,
going.
that's pretty. Or this one.
Yeah, that is pretty.
I don't care for those. Either one of those. Those aren't in the family I'm looking for.
What about that one? Has blues in
All
it.
right.
That top one, in all seriousness, that top one's not bad. It's very
It's kinda
close to kind of
green.
what's marked.
Who picked this?
You did.
No, I don't.
Oh, you did?
No, I
It's
picked
kind
this.
of got green.
I think either one of these.
I think I did. I did pick this. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, this is way better. Cause that's too green. Yeah, that's too. That's not
That's
the turquoise.
beachy.
Yeah, but that's not the color I'm looking for.
I wouldn't totally dismiss that. I mean, throw pillows or any kind of accent around the windows.
It doesn't go with this. I've already picked this. Look.
I think that matches perfect.
It does
Look.
go really well.
Yeah, but I'm not putting this in the shower.
Oh, this is the shower tile.
That's not on the backsplash and the
It is.
galley as well. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. If it's just a shower only, yeah, I agree.
Okay, what about this?
It's pretty.
Color's okay.
For
I don't
what?
like the texture.
Yeah. Is this for the
This would be like an accent piece or something.
like a pillow, or are you talking about?
Yeah, like
this is
maybe
the
a
seat?
little piece of a window. No, not a seat. A little piece of a
Oh.
window treatment or something. Just like.
I like that.
So.
Right there, Rick. Look at that. So that pulls it all in.
That's
That is
really
awesome.
good.
That is
It's
awesome.
like Charlie Brown something. That's awful, dude.
Man, I
We're
can.
not using that. It's awful. Keep going. This is alright. I picked this. Now look at that with that. See what I'm
It,
saying? You
it
just
does
see a
look
little.
pretty.
What are you doing
Yeah.
for the ceiling? Have you?
I need something lighter than that.
You don't want to go too light because your walls. You don't want it to be like
You know, to contrast.
real light. I wouldn't think.
Okay, yeah, okay. We'll see. Something a little lighter. Go ahead. What else you got?
We got accent, we got walls, we got tile.
I think this right here is what I've started with. Works good so far. You aren't coming up with anything much more than that.
Do you have anything for lounges,
That's lounge right there.
Seats
Seats.
seating?
That'd look good.
Looks great.
That texture
could be a
goes
little
well
dark.
with
I
that.
think. I think it's a little dark.
I want to pull that floor good.
Can you get something maybe a little lighter than that?
About to go back in the book.
What?
I don't know.
I don't like that one, Brian. Animal
Why'd you
print
pick
and
that?
beach.
Well, if you put it in the right spot, I don't think it would be animal print
That
per se.
doesn't
but
look good. That doesn't look good at all.
You don't want any directional stuff.
That,
You don't like Charlie Brown.
well,
you don't
no.
like
Let me show y'all what I had in mind. I mean, and see. Now I thought about doing this right here for bunk curtains. Okay.
Okay.
See that? I was really liking this for the headliner. Look how that goes together with that. Does that make any sense to y'all? And then
You wasn't afraid of that being too dark?
I think that's actually perfect.
Okay.
And then this would be the seating. And then you could take this. Now this is a little animal type print. And you could take this and just make it just a small piece of an accent somewhere. And it's got some really cool movement to it. So it kind of gives some stuff. But I mean, this is kind of, what I'm envisioning. I mean,
Right, you take that down to a smaller section, it takes the animal print out and makes it kind of a...
do y'all agree that what I picked here works better than what y'all had picked or not?
It looks good.
Okay.
I mean,
I mean, you're great at this, so if that's what you...
I really wanted y'all to help pick some stuff. I mean, I hated to pick it all, but
I don't mind if you went, I mean, if that's...
Looks-
It flows together.
Looks good. Looks good.
I'm not mad at it.
It's your bus.
well, it's a group effort though, Melanie.
Maybe we'll just...
It'll look great.
I mean, I've got a client. I'm just trying to please somebody that's going to ride it. So I'm kind of, that's why I brought you in to get some different input.
We can help in naming it.
Well, it's already named. It's Smokey is the name of it. Yeah.
Did you come up with that one too?
Yeah, I did. Had a couple of other options, but they were really stupid names. So,
Well, it looks like our ideas kind of went up in flames and got smoky too. So.
It'll be a pretty bus. I like
I was
it.
negative. You did
great.
good.
Thank you. Well, next time, I tell you what, next time I'll just let y'all start and y'all put it all together, then I'll come in and look at it because I felt like maybe you weren't quite getting the vibe of where we were going with this.
I'll get with them. We'll get a checklist of the categories, and we'll do like 3. We'll
Cabinets,
pick out.
countertops.
We'll
So,
pick out.
look how I picked good there. That's, you
We'll
know,
pick out 3 of each, and then we'll call you back here.
somebody's calling you now.
It sounds.
Probably the eye doctor.
I'd say so because what you picked earlier was terrible. But anyway,
I
looks
agree.
pretty good now. So,
You done great. on
thanks
it.
for your help. All of y'all.
Thanks
Appreciate
for,
it.
Great.
Okay.
thanks for
All right.
letting us be a part of it.
You bet. I'm glad to have y'all.
Teamwork.
Absolutely. I got to run real quick and take care of something. So just make sure y'all get that written down, what we're using. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
what we pick out or?
What I picked there, what we have in the book.
Okay.
Was that not exactly the same one you
I
picked?
was fixing to ask you guys this. He shut the door and he left. That's what he called the Charlie Brown deal.
That's exactly what he picked. That's exactly what we picked.
He thought it was ugly.
And we go through one more book and then he comes back and goes, oh, hey,
I don't
Animal
understand.
print.
yeah. And then he rolls it up and all of a sudden it's a great idea. It don't take that didn't change anything.
No, it didn't.
I think he used everything we picked.
Everything. Everything.
That's too dark.
This
We
is
go
too
through a few
dark.
samples, we come back like full circle and he's like, oh, there it is. That's the one. Like
I know.
a huge light bulb
Did he
went
have his
off.
glasses on?
I
He
didn't
did not
know.
put his glasses
He did
on.
not.
That's a
And
good
this
point.
he didn't like.
Yeah.
But,
And then
but yet,
you had mentioned that was in another bus, and he paused, like, no, and then he's like, well, yeah, and then, okay, if we used it before, what did we kind of, then he completely shot your floor.
oh, I
down.
know.
I mean, it wasn't even
I
an
like that
option.
floor.
I know.
Is it just me? Or did that seem weird?
I brought them in here to help me pick colors, and they couldn't pick anything. I mean, I picked everything in here, and I really thought they'd have a little bit more input than that, but really, I don't know. I guess I'll just continue to do it on my own. But I mean, I thought what I picked out was really good stuff. So it's going to look great. I'll show you the finished product. It's going to look good.
Hi, my name is Jim Borelli. I'm co-owner at All Access Coach. When we started, I was the only mechanic when Eric and I opened the place, and now we have several mechanics, so I'm kind of the person that oversees, goes over the work orders, things like that, deals with the drivers as far as when they have issues on the road. Ever since I was a kid, I loved tearing stuff apart. I'd get a toy for Christmas, I'd tear it apart, see how it worked. So my stepdad, he was a mechanic. Well, he's a truck driver and did mechanical work. And so I just loved doing it all my life. So we lived outside of Rowan, Indiana, and there was a gravel pit across the road, and in that gravel pit there was a dump. Everybody would come and dump their TVs and just whatever it was. And so I'd ride my motorcycle over there and just loved going through the junk, and I'd take a rope and tie it on something, drag it home, tear it apart, and until the old man would get upset with me and say, "You gotta get all this stuff out of here," and I'd drag it back over and throw it in the pile. But just loved doing things like that. He came home with a big hope chest, if you will, of motorcycle parts. This was back when I had a little 50. And he said, "Look, I got all these Honda 90 parts, frames, and you name it." He said, "You can have, if you put it together, you can put your one together, you can have it." So I built me a bike, and that was my basically first motorcycle. So, used to race motorcycles, motocross, and my grandpa, he was footing the bill a little on that, and he come up to me after I graduated, said, "So I can't afford both, if you want to go to tech school or keep racing." I said, "Well, I'm not making any money racing, so we better go get a little education." So I end up going to school in Ohio for diesel mechanics, and came back, and of course lived in Indiana at that time, and of course I didn't have any experience, just mechanic school. So I couldn't get a job as a mechanic. I worked at an insulation factory for a year or so, and there was a local company there in my hometown, Wabash, John Winton's son, that I'd heard was hiring. So I loaded up my toolbox, headed down there, and put my application in, and then every Monday I would load my toolbox and head down there. "You hiring yet?" "No, we're still thinking about it," and pretty much didn't want to hire somebody without any experience. But I think about the 5th week, he looked out and seen my toolbox in the back of my pickup. He said, "Are you loading that up every Monday?" I said, "I'm ready to work." "Well, go ahead and unload it then," and that's how I got to be a mechanic. Pretty much just kept pursuing it. So working for Tim Dillman there in Peru, he started, he got into Pyramid Coach down here in Tennessee, and so every now and then he would bring one of the coaches through there, and that's where I started learning the coaches. And that went on for a couple years. He actually sold Dillman Trucking up there to a Kenworth dealer. I worked for them for a little bit. And then Tim actually come to me and said, "Listen, I'm wanting to start a bus company in Tennessee. Wanted me to come down and be his mechanic." Talked to the family, said, "Sure, why not?" Dillman actually started Music City Coach. I was working for him here in this same building. And then I guess I worked for him for about 2 or 3 years. That's where I met Eric, my business partner. He was a driver for Pyramid that came to Music City Coach when Tim started it. So got to know Eric real well. We became good friends, and then we jumped out and decided to start our own business. First met him, I thought, you arrogant fella. He come walking through the shop here when the first day, I'll never forget it. Rhonda was behind him a little ways, but he come walking through there like he owned the place. And I thought, well, who is this arrogant fella, you know? But once I got to know him, it's a totally different aspect of him. So, I don't know, 3 months into us starting our own place, Eric and I was putting a windshield in a coach one day, and now I understand we only had 5 coaches. We didn't own them. They were an investor group. And so we're up to here in debt, getting all this going. And so he comes out, and I didn't realize it was April Fool's. He comes out, and he's just as serious as a heart attack. I'm putting a windshield in. He says, man, you might as well stop. And just serious. I says, well, what's going on? Man, he said the investors, they pulled the buses. We're done. And I'm sitting here, and the old ticker sitting there, boom, boom. I go, oh my God. He let me go on for probably a good minute. I said, hi, April Fools. That was not nice, but we did get him back eventually. So he took a vacation to Atlanta, and he was touring the Coke plant down there. And so we come up with this brilliant scheme. It was April Fool's. That we had an app. So one of the guys had an app on the phone that could change your number, so we could actually change it and make it look like the Stanley Security of people or whoever's calling him, whatever. So we called him when we actually had the fire truck noise in the background. I believe I called him, and no, the alarm people called him and said, man, we're seeing that you have a fire in the shop. And so I'm letting them get about halfway through that conversation, so I call into Eric. And he takes the call, and I said, man, the coach Bull Run was in there. I said, man, the coach is on fire. I'm getting everybody out of here. The damn building's on fire, and I'm wound up. And I said, I gotta go, man. I gotta get him out of here. And I hang up. Eric calls Kay. So Kay, and she's nervous anyway about lying to her boss, you know. So she's on there. She says, yeah, we're, and she actually walked outside. She was so wound up. She walked out. Yeah, we're having to get outside because of this fire. And you could hear the fire, you know, the alarms in the back. It was pretty awesome, and we had him fooled. And we let it go on for a little bit. And we called him, and he didn't see the humor in it that we did. But I said, we're even now. He said, oh no, we're not. But it was pretty good. I trusted Eric with what he had to say. I felt very comfortable with Eric, and I always have and still do. Trust his instincts on what's right and how to do things. So been very blessed to be able to work with Eric. Where we're going to end up and when we're going to retire, who knows? Don't know. We're wanting to kick back just a little bit, drop down a few buses to make life a little simpler, but who knows what's going to happen. 5 years from now, we'll probably be doing an interview. We got 100, I don't know. But anyway, we've had a couple people come in and say, hey, you know, you ever think about selling or whatever? We don't know what we would do if we sold the place. You know, what would you do? I mean, everybody says, oh, you can retire and do whatever you want. Now, I've seen a lot of people retire, and I don't believe that's for me. I mean, maybe on down the road, but we're pretty happy with what we're doing now. So.
Next time on That Bus Show.
you know, now when you're bringing something to the kitchen table, there's always a wisecrack. Golly, if she drops it, Brian's gonna get beat.